So, hi, welcome back again to my channel. By the way, I'm Gutierrez Donald Day. For today's video, I'm going to make a tutorial for Chapter 7 entitled IPv4 Communication. So, a host successfully connected to a network can communicate with other devices in one of three ways. So, unicast, the process of sending a packet from one host to an individual host. So broadcast and multicast. So broadcast is the process of sending a packet from one host to all hosts in the other networks. So multicast, the process of sending a packet from one host to a select group of hosts, possibly in different networks. So these three types of communication are used for different purposes in data networks. In all three cases, the IPv4 address of the originating host is placed in the packet header as the source address. Unicast transmission is used for normal host-to-host communication in both a client server and a peer-to-peer network. Unicast packets use the address of the destination device as a destination address and can be routed through an internetwork. So play the animation to see an example of Unicast transmission. So in an IPv4 network, the Unicast address applied to an end device is referred to as the host address. For Unicast communication, the address assigned to the network and devices are used as the source and destinations. So IPv4 addresses, during the encapsulation process, the source host uses its IPv4 address as the source address and the IPv4 address of the destination host as the destination address. So regardless of whether the destination has specified a packet as a unicast, broadcast, or multicast, the source address of any packet is always the unicast address of originating host. So IPv4 unicast hosts are in the address range of 0.0.0.0 to 223.255.255.255. However, within this range are many addresses that are reserved for special purposes. So the special purpose that address will be discussed later in this chapter. So broadcast transmission. Broadcast traffic is used to send packets to all hosts in the network using the broadcast address for the network. With the broadcast, the packet contains a destination IPv4 address with all ones in the host portion. So this means that all hosts on that local network broadcast domain will receive and look at the packet. So many network protocols such as DHCP use broadcast when a host receives a packet sent to the network broadcast address. So the host process the packet as it would a packet address to its unicast address. So broadcast may be directed or limited. A directed broadcast is sent to all hosts on a specific network. For example, a host on the 172.16.4.0/24 network sends a packet to 172.16.4.255. A limited broadcast is sent to a 255.255.255.255. By default, routers do not forward broadcast. So multi-transmission. So multi-transmission reduces traffic by allowing a host to send a single packet to a selected of hosts that subscribe to a multicast group. So IPv4 has reserved the 224.0.0.0 to 239.255 and so on. Addresses as a multicast range. The IPv4 multicast address is 224.0.0.0 to 224.0.0.255 are reserved for multicasting on the local network only. So these addresses are to be used for multicast group on a local network. A router connected to the local network recognizes that these packets are addressed to a local network multicast group and never forwards them further. So a typical use of preserved local network multicast addresses in routing protocols using multicast transmissions to exchange routing information. So let's move to the activity. So activity public or private IPv4 address. So the public address should be 192.3.15 and 64.10.0.22 and 209.165.20.30. because the private IP address should be start in 172, 192, 172, and 10. These are the private IP address. So let's check if it is private address or not. So you have correctly identified all the IP address. So that's all for today's video. So thank you for watching, and I hope you understand it, and I hope you enjoy it.